Hi guys, today it's a really long gestating channel updates video. I've been putting together a lot of notes to update you guys on specific things that are going on here with me, the channel, and also with ScentClub kits. Lots to report about in today's video, which also involves a legal issue that I need to talk to you guys about that I've been dealing with here on the channel. I'm going to do a giveaway as well here for you guys. Stick around to watch the video. It might be throughout the video somewhere. It's to thank all of you that have been following this channel and keep coming back for videos, to watch videos over and over again. So sit back and relax. This is going to be a long video. I will hopefully be able to break it down in timestamps and things like that, but find out what I'm going to talk to you about coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Sebastian. Just to also let you know, I'm still sick right now, dealing with bronchitis. As soon as I flew back from Europe, I had just gotten over a cold bug of some kind. And a day after, it developed into another sickness and felt like what I had last year. So now I've got bronchitis again. So I'm kind of dealing with that. And it's been kind of slow moving and things like that as well here on this end. But the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about are the ScentClub kits. So after doing the ScentClub kits with our fulfillment center in San Diego, we have decided to take the kits back. We've had multiple problems with the kits, various problems from one kit to the other. We gave them the kits, started with kit number 4 up until kit number 9. And out of all of the kits, only one didn't have any issues. Every other kit had an issue. And I'm a perfectionist and I don't like problems. And there were always problems coming up with each kit. So they designed the kit for us. They did everything. And they are a fulfillment center. But something was off with this company. And they were screwing up the kits again. They screwed up 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 was fine. 9 was problematic again. So that many kits with problems after problems. I mean, they were not the same problems. There was preventable problems though, and it just I couldn't deal with it. I decided that it was time to take it all back, and the kits are going to be fulfilled here in San Francisco going forward as of now. But, that might change in the future if we find another fulfillment center. But for now, starting with the next kit, we will do them here in San Francisco. But if you were one of the folks that were, buying the kits over and over again, what are your thoughts? Did you have any problems or issues with the deliveries or shipments or the bottles or anything like that? Do let me know. Put a comment down below so I can find out. It's just I can't deal with problems. It's too many problems to deal with anyway in the world. And we thought that if we handed this off to a fulfillment center that knows how to do these things, there wouldn't be any problems. But starting with the first kit they did, number 4, problems. And there were, some of them were not that big, but they were still problematic. And if you recall, when we started doing the kits ourselves, the first kit we did, there were some leakage issues, and then we learned to tighten the bottles a lot. And everything we did after that, 2 and 3, there were no problems. Maybe like one problem came up with the 2 different second and third kit, but with the fulfillment center, there was a lot of issues happening, and I just did not like the way it was being handled and the way it was being done. It was just making me feel really bad because I would see the complaints come in, and it's basically reflecting off of me. And with the fact that somebody else is basically managing something that has my name on it, and they're not doing a great job with it, it was my final decision to say that we're going to take these back. So I've got a team put together here, and we're going to put together the kits going forward. So there should be a kit number 10 dropping sometime within the next month, maybe month and a half. And there should also be another mystery box that will be dropping very soon as well. But stay tuned for those kits. They will be dropping very soon. And we're going to control the quantities of the kits as well. We've sold out of everything except for kit number 5, and I'm going to get to that kit in a bit. Still can't figure out what the deal with that kit is when everything else just sells out, and kit number 5 just chugs along. I just don't get it. But yeah, we've got a team put together. They'll come in, put the kits together. Everything is designed and ready to go. The supplies are ready to go, except for the actual pamphlets for the actual numbered kits. So those will have to be printed and brought here. But the juice is being sent to us here in San Francisco. All the samples for the mystery boxes are being sent here. And we've got a nice little production facility, and they'll get produced here. And hopefully there won't be any problems going forward. Because really, honestly, it makes me feel really, really bad when there are problems. And I just feel like I can't control it because I'm not handling it. It's a different party. And I feel like this is probably an overgeneralization. I feel like when another party takes over something and the people that are working there just don't give a crap about what they're dealing with. They're there to put their time in, do the work as best that they could, and move on. And I just don't want my kits to be done that way. If they're managed by me here and I oversee the team that's working on them, and we hand deliver the packages ourselves to the post office. We've done 2 mystery boxes since we did the first 2 ScentClub kits, and we hardly had any problem with the mystery boxes in addition to the first 3 kits is what I should say, not the first 2 kits. And again, we'll continue to do them that way, and you guys should get the kits all fine and dandy. So the last kit we did have the crimped bottles. What did you guys think about those kits? Do let me know. So the bottles do hold 7 milliliters of juice, the new bottles, the clear bottles. We advertise that we provide 5 mils of juice. So we will fill them approximately 5 to 6 milliliters in the bottles going forward. So just be aware of that. You're not going to get the whole entire bottle full because we don't have enough juice to go around for everybody if we fill them up to 7 milliliters, because those bottles do hold 7 mils. But we put them around 5 to 6 mils. But do let me know what your thoughts are on the new bottles. Did you like them? Did you think they were great? Or do you think it's too much? Because I know some of you were complaining about the previous kits from 4 to 8. They were dark. You can't see the juice inside, yada, yada. So we did, fix that for you guys, gave you the clear bottles and things like that. And I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying that much better. I think the kits have been perfected. In fact, I took it on my trips to Europe. I went to 2 perfume shows while I was in Europe. I went to Essence in Milan and also Paris Perfume Week in Paris, the very first one. And I was showing a lot of the brands, the kits and how it was designed. Everybody seems to love the kits. And I think it's perfected now. I think it's just really, really perfect. And so we'll continue doing those for a while. I think we have enough for the next 4 kits, I think supplies-wise. And all of the supplies that were in San Diego are now being shipped to us. They're going to be here and we'll put them. But yeah, do let me know what your thoughts are on the very last kit, which was with Dolce Melodia from Sospiro. It had Bianco Latte from Giardini di Toscana, and also Royal Incense from the House of Oman Luxury. Did you guys enjoy that kit? That was a really, really solid kit. I think all the fragrances were really wonderful. And I'm working on a really great kit on the net number 10 as well. So you guys stay tuned for that. I've already gotten the juice for one of them and waiting on the juice for the next 2 fragrances as well. And so, yeah, kit number 10 will be sometime in May. Stay tuned for that. But before that, I think kit number 10 will be sometime towards the end of May, maybe early June. But we do have a mystery box dropping very soon. Stick around for that to find out. We're very limited amounts of mystery box kits as well. And again, these kits are selling out really fast, which is really, really great. They sell out within 24 to 36 hours, which is amazing, the amount of 400. So I don't understand what happened with kit number 5, which leads me to kit number 5 now. Those of you that got kit number 5, what did you think about it? Well, was there something wrong with kit number 5? The fragrances were Parfums du Cita Fleur de Lalita, Wake Up World by Parlez-moi de Parfum, and One Day Oolong Tea. So were the fragrances just not up to par in this particular kit? I didn't understand it. I was trying to figure it out. And when the kit dropped last May, it was almost a year ago, I kept hearing things like May is a slow month and things like that. But throughout the whole year, we sold out of the kits really quickly. This particular kit just didn't sell. In fact, there are about 22 kits left out of the 400 right now as of the shooting of this video. So if you still haven't gotten kit number 5, get it now before we do run out permanently. It is in the old style kit though, not the new style with the clear bottles. It's the black bottles. So the 3 fragrances, Fleur de Lalita, this one right here. Let me tell you a little bit about this one. It's a green spring floral fragrance, one of my favorites from this house. It's got the galbanum, but it's got like a bouquet of white flowers. So it's not only this beautiful spring floral bouquet, this freshness of the spring flowers, but cuts through to the greenness of the galbanum. So you're basically smelling like the flowers and the stems together. And then it's very musky and super sexy. A really, really fantastic fragrance. Like I said, this is one of the best from this house. And if you're into spring florals, green florals, stemmy fragrances, musky fragrances, super sexy floral fragrances, you've got to try this one. This is fantastic, one of the best from that house. So that was the first fragrance in the kit number 5. And the second fragrance, Wake Up World with the Infinity Sign from the house of Parlez-moi de Parfum. Are you guys familiar with this one? Now, the reason I featured this in the kit is it reminds me of the now badly reformulated Paloma Picasso Minotaur. If you were a fan of that fragrance in the early 90s and you have a current bottle and you've noticed how watered down it is, this is your alternative, your really, really great alternative to it. The reason why I think it's a great alternative, it's because it's created by the same perfumer, Michel Almerac. So Michel Almerac created Minotaur by Paloma Picasso in the early 90s. Then he also created this for his own son's brand, Parlez-moi de Parfum. And it reminds me of Minotaur, a fragrance that I really, really loved in the 90s, in the early 90s. And it takes me back and brings me such great memories. So this is the fragrance number 2 in that kit, number 5. And then the final fragrance is Oolong Tea by One Day. Really wonderful, smoky oolong tea fragrance. Really love it. It smells a bit tobacco-ish, a bit charred, a bit floral. It has gourmand touches, sweet honey touches. It's super smoky and it's tea. You do have to like that kind of charred, smoky, almost tobacco-like vibe with the fragrance. But all 3 were really, really great fragrances. And I'm bummed that kit number 5 just did not work. And again, if you have thoughts on these 3 fragrances, let me know. Put a comment down below so I can find out what you think about the fragrances and the kit itself. And if you have any ideas of why you think it did not work with kit number 5. Because I'm stumped, everything else sells out except for this one. So it's a bit mysterious as to why this one just didn't sell. And again, I'd like to find out what you guys think would be the cause of that. Or maybe just the fragrances didn't click with people. I mean, all 3 are really great fragrances. And if you don't understand how the ScentClub kits work, the original ScentClub kits with the 3 fragrances are 3 fragrances that I enjoy a lot and talk about on the channel. Whereas the mystery boxes are mostly focused on new releases or forgotten releases. So they're not necessarily my favorite fragrances in the mystery box, but in the original ScentClub kit. So these 3 were really, really great, are really great fragrances. And I'm bummed that it just didn't click with people. But anyway, so those are my thoughts on ScentClub kits right now. That's what's going on with the kits. Hopefully things will get much better and there won't be any problems. If you have any problems or had any problems with ScentClub kits, there is a customer service number that is very responsive. I don't answer customer service there, but do send messages there. But only please send messages there for customer service issues with ScentClub kits. Don't send me messages there about videos and things like that. It might not get to me because they're basically only handling customer service for the ScentClub kits. If you have a specific question to ask me, send it to the email address that's in the info box. You can send a question there. If you have an idea on a topic you want me to talk about on the channel and things like that, you can always send an email to that email address, and hopefully I will get back to you or look at it and figure out a way to incorporate it into a video. So it's going to get a bit negative here. I'm going to be jumping around. I have a list of things written down because I feel like it's a nice segue to talk about this legal issue that has come up, a copyright issue. So during my trip to Japan, towards the end of last year, probably around the 31st or actually on the 1st of January, I was going through, I'm traveling with family, and this is around the time that some of my family were diagnosed with COVID. So I was in a bit of a panic mode because up to that time, I still hadn't caught COVID. Even all throughout the COVID and its height and everything, I had not gotten it. So I was being paranoid, panicked, and a bit ruffled because I just didn't know what to do traveling with these people that have COVID. How do I prevent myself from getting it and things like that? But around that time, I was, hanging out at the hotel lobby quite a bit in the city of Osaka, and I was going through my Instagram messages. I had received a message from a company I did not know anything about. And in that message, which is actually not even in my regular folders, it was in the other folder, it mentioned that apparently I've used some photos that belong to this specific retailer of a brand, and I am not allowed to use them unless I give credit. So I thought to myself, who is this person? Why are they messaging me on Instagram with this legal matter? Is it scam? I don't know what to do with it. I got preoccupied and dealing with family members that are dealing with COVID. I thought, okay, if this person is really serious, then they're probably going to send me an email. So I'm on vacation, right? COVID came and went with the family. We were traveling in Tokyo, blah, blah. I had also gone to Kyoto at the time. I woke up one morning around the 9th of January with an email from YouTube saying that I have violated copyright and that my video titled "Smell Like an Animal" has been removed because a retailer has sent an email saying, or some kind of a thing, saying that I have not given them credit for the photos and I've used photos without permission. So this is a small retailer. I won't say much else about this retailer or the person that filed the copyright against me because I had to speak to a lawyer and get advice from a lawyer about this specific scenario. And so they will not be mentioned whatsoever, but I'm just telling you guys what happened to my channel. So as I was figuring things out, my attorney said, please make sure to go back to your channel, remove all content that involves any brands that this specific retailer uses, because you don't know if this person is going to do the same thing again. And with YouTube and the way copyrights work is after 3 violations, your basically channel is terminated. So I was in panic mode. I was quite scared because I have had this situation come up before. Those of you that remember Man Loves Cologne probably are familiar with my issue with a certain New York City brand. So I take this situation very seriously. So while I'm on vacation, I decided to go through this retailer's list of brands and go through my channel and mark every single video involving that particular retailer's brands private. So basically, the video "Smell Like an Animal" was terminated by YouTube. You can't make it live again. And so this is what I ended up doing with the advice of an attorney, because I don't want my channel terminated, and I'm basically promoting specific brands. And when you think about it, how is filing a copyright against somebody who's actually promoting a brand you're actually selling in your store, helping you? So yeah, I take this very seriously. So everything around these brands that this retailer sells have been marked private. So I reached out to the person on Instagram after didn't get anything from an email, no legal thing that came to me via email. It was just some random message over the holidays about me using 2 photos of this particular retailer's commissioned photos. And so I need to give it credit. No email whatsoever, nothing. So a legal issue comes up, and there's so many scams on Instagram that are claiming to do click here to authenticate it. You violated this and you violated that. I thought it was just some random thing. But this person is very serious, and I'm very serious as well. I will not be airing any videos that this particular retailer sells. Nothing. Everything's been made private, and this is the advice of an attorney. Now, I don't know if this person will do it again. I don't know if I've used photos that this retailer has commissioned. But again, nothing that this retailer sells will be on my channel any further, because I reached out to them and I said, please retract the copyright and I'm happy to give you credit. Didn't hear back from this person whatsoever. And this is the way they treat me, then this is the way I treat them. So this is the seriousness I have to take if that's the serious steps that they have to take. Because, okay, I promoted 2 fragrances that your store is selling, but you're not giving me the chance to retract the copyright. So anyway, this issue has never come up before on the channel with big conglomerates like LVMH or Estee Lauder and things like that. It seems to be coming up with smaller brands, and those are the ones that you gotta watch out. Those of you that produce content, be careful, really be careful. And again, I'm not gonna mention who this retailer is. If I ever run into you in person, I'm happy to tell you, but it's a disappointing situation, and the penalty will be removed very soon, I think. And this leads me to also let you know that as soon as the penalty came on my channel, there was this strange dip into my numbers on YouTube. Just shows the numbers of what's going on with views and things like that. It's strange. So at that time, I also did some research, and I also found out that YouTube, when they penalize a YouTube channel, they don't give it priority. So my numbers were really are suffering. They're suffering quite a bit. And it's just crazy that the dip comes, and then because of this copyright penalty that comes on your channel, which is quite weird that it happens like that they kind of unprioritize your channel for a while. And I was also receiving messages from people, oh, your numbers are down. Maybe you should start doing these kind of videos or that kind of videos. And I was like, you know what? There's a penalty on my channel right now. And thanks to a retailer of a fragrance, a retailer. And I'm just going to ride this thing through. So the penalty will be lifted very soon. In fact, it's just around the corner. And so by the time this video goes up, I think the penalty will be removed, I think. And so I think things will get back on track, hopefully, after that. But what you're going to see on the channel are some videos going back, uploaded back onto my channel with content missing from it. So basically, the Smell Like an Animal video is going to be re-uploaded, but I will be removing that brand that it has affected, the copyright came for. So there will be a lot of content that's going to be re-uploaded on the channel. And I'm basically going to cut the brands out that I no longer can speak about. Again, this was advice from an attorney. This is how I would protect myself because I don't know if this person will file another copyright on my videos because they felt like filing a copyright. So that is the copyright issue, unfortunately. It was a disappointing situation, but I received so many messages. I did not realize that some of you watch videos over and over and over again. And then you remember those videos, and then you come back to me and say, well, what happened to that video? Where is it? I can't find it anymore. Legal issue. Unfortunately, that is what caused it. And just couple days ago, somebody came to me and said, where is the video that I really love? And I'm like, I'm sorry, there's a lot of videos right now on the channel that are marked private because of a legal issue. But soon you'll start seeing some of the videos go up. If I can do the editing on YouTube, then they don't have to be re-uploaded. But some of the videos, like the actual video that was affected, Smell Like an Animal, will have to be re-uploaded on my end with some of the content missing. And again, I can't say or mention who this is. If we ever meet, I'm happy to talk to you about it in person. I will not type out anything in emails or messages. I have to protect myself and not talk about the person that caused this situation. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. But if we ever meet in person, just ask me and I'm happy to tell you exactly what happened. Anyway, so there's going to be a bit of a delay on the channel with certain videos because I'm going to be uploading a lot of stuff that's been aired already. I mean, it might not even be a lot, because if I can figure out a way to cut out certain scenes within YouTube, because it does allow you to do that, but I hate editing the stuff on YouTube because it takes forever and it's digitally rather than physical, like an actual editing software. I'll try to do my best to not re-upload things over again. But, 1 or 2 or 3 videos for sure will have to be re-uploaded. So I apologize for that in advance. But also, there's a lot of content that I've shot recently, a lot of things with, chats with perfumers or people in the industry. So since I'm waiting for the penalty to be removed, I'm going to be uploading a lot of things that I've shot and haven't aired for a long time until I get back on track and start, shooting videos back to back. I mean, there's going to be some videos shot, but a lot of content that I have been holding for a long time, I'm going to be putting up just while I wait for this penalty to be removed, because again, YouTube doesn't give priority to channels that have been penalized. So it's been a bit disappointing just for promoting certain brands and getting penalized for promoting them. Really, really disappointing. But again, if you're a content creator, I think the brands you should look out for are the smaller companies. Twice now, I have never been asked to, for big brands, products like LVMH and Estee Lauder and Coty and things like that. You're basically promoting the brands, and I guess this particular retailer did not want to be promoted. And anyway, so yeah, fine-tuning the channel also with new editing styles. I know a lot of you are complaining about some of the editing. What is it that you guys don't like about the editing? I've been using the same editor since the beginning of the pandemic. And I've actually asked this editor to kind of advance themselves and make it a little more modern with the editing. So they've been incorporating video footage in the videos, lots of photo footage, and some text and things like that. But some of you are not finding this particular editing style very unique, and you are mentioning that you want to go back to the way it was. There are certain videos I will be editing, and so those are the videos that I do will be the simplest form of editing. And so, but yeah, my editor, who's not in Europe, by the way, somebody mentioned that my editor is the same as GentSense, which he's not really. He's in New Jersey, and I've been using him since 2020 actually, somewhere around there. So Yeah, tell me what you guys don't like about the editing. I'm not really interested in really extremely fast-paced editing. It doesn't suit or fit my style or videos or just my personality. But I do like some B-roll and footage and things like that to kind of, highlight some of the topics we're talking about and things like that. So do let me know which videos you don't like the editing of. Put a comment down below so I can find out. And hopefully we can come to a balance where I do like a little bit of that, but not overly done, like some of you are complaining about. The next thing I wanted to talk about are responding to comments. Some of you were complaining to me that I don't respond to comments. It is a little difficult to respond to every single comment, unfortunately. And when you have a YouTube channel, you also have Facebook, you also have Instagram, and then the emails that come in, and then also TikTok. I just can't keep up, unfortunately. Especially when I'm traveling. If you have a difficult time getting a hold of me, if you're answering a specific or asking a specific question, and it's a question via a comment and you don't hear from me, I think it's time for you to send an email. Because, like I said, when I'm traveling, it's really, really difficult to respond to comments. That's the worst time for me to respond to comments. So don't take it personally. I just can't keep up with all the questions. I just can't. I do my best. And sometimes some videos I'm on, I can see the comments coming in and I respond to them. Sometimes, like when I'm traveling in Europe, the times are different because I air videos same time zone as where I live. And so I'm about to go to sleep by the time those videos airs while I'm in Europe. So it's not easy to answer those comments. So, and also just there's a lot of comments that come in and I just can't keep up with all the comments, unfortunately. And so if I'm not responding to you and you've asked this question twice, please send an email. Usually the email address is lfsgquestions@gmail.com, which you'll find in the info box. Please send it in there, and I hope to get back to you on that. And again, I apologize. It's just not enough manpower to be able to respond to every single comment. And I do my best to do it. And like I said, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. So the next thing is, sometimes I get these people telling me that I need to do these certain types of videos because I'm not getting enough views. I know I was getting several of those types of comments recently because of what happened with the channel and the fact that YouTube wasn't, prioritizing my channel, was neglecting it and not having it show up in, on the app and things like that. And so hopefully that's going to be fixed soon. But again, I don't need to do certain types of videos on the channel just to become some kind of a fragrance celebrity. I'm not trying to be a Jeremy Fragrance. I've never wanted to be. In fact, I started doing YouTube videos on YouTube way before Jeremy Fragrance started. He's a pop singer and he's different than I am. For me, this channel is for me to learn about fragrances and the whole, how the fragrance world operates and how the fragrances are created and notes and ingredients and things like that. And a little bit of show here and there, not too much, but a little bit of show here and there. But I don't want to be a celebrity. I'm not trying to, there's a lot of influencers out there that take on that persona, and I don't want to do that. I'm more of a private person, but I love getting on camera and talking about fragrances. The other thing is, some of you were telling me I have to do certain types of videos so I can get ahead and be matching other YouTubers. And I don't really give a crap about that. Sure, I'll do videos, but I'm not going to keep cranking them out just to match other YouTubers that are talking about fragrances. Most of the videos on this channel will be about niche fragrances, and I'll continue doing it the way I want to do it. And I know there's people out there, they come and say hi to me all over. Every time I go to the events, people want to stop and take photos with me. So people do like my channel. It's just I'm talking about smaller fragrances, smaller brands. They're not going to get the most views. And I'm fine with that. As long as I get to talk about certain types of fragrances, that makes me happy, and it makes some of you happy as well. So the last thing I'm going to talk to you about before I do this giveaway, I'm working on 2 fragrances with 2 different brands. And I can't wait for these fragrances to launch. So a lot of you come to me and tell me to launch my own brand. I thought if I was going to launch my brand, I want to get some experience working on fragrances for other brands before I even tackle launching my own brand. So yes, I'm working on 2 different fragrances for 2 different brands. So the first fragrance, hopefully it launches by the end of the year, is a brand I actually approached. I found a connection with the brand. And so I said to the brand, I would love to do a fragrance with you. And this is the thing that's going on. What do you guys think? They loved it. And so we're working on it. So this was last year I started this project with this brand. And it was after Essence last year. So I think it was around May I approached the brand, maybe late April. And hopefully that will launch within the next couple of months. I think we're looking at 3 months for that one. I'm very, very excited. It is such a great smelling fragrance. Really, really great smelling fragrance. And then after I actually approached this brand and asked them, let's collaborate on a fragrance, I got approached by a brand and they said, let's create a fragrance together. And yes, we're doing a fragrance together. So yeah, this second fragrance is amazing. It's so good. Both the fragrances are finished. It's just working on the, bottles and creating the juice and all that kind of stuff, bulk and everything. So both of them will launch towards the end of the year. One more towards the end of the year. Another one maybe closer to summer. But I'm so excited for these fragrances. I think you guys are going to love these fragrances. They're definitely my style, my kind of fragrances, and they're definitely going to satisfy. So stay tuned for those. Stay tuned for those. I think they're going to be really, really great fragrances. They're big and beefy. Smells great. I can't really reveal much of the styles of the both yet, but very, very soon you guys will find out. I think it's going to make you guys happy. Anyway, let's move on to that giveaway. This is the last of what I'm going to talk to you about. So recently on my travels from Paris to Copenhagen, I had a flight coming from Copenhagen to San Francisco. At the airport there, I was waiting for my flight, and I noticed that the duty-free there, which is a tiny little duty-free, had Dior Homme Parfum. So I looked at the price, and it was priced really, really great. 115 euros for a bottle, 100 ml bottle of Dior Homme Parfum. So I asked a friend, they wanted a bottle. I bought a bottle, and then I bought an extra one to do a giveaway here on the channel. Since I know a lot of you do enjoy this one, and some of you have a hard time getting it. So I'm going to go ahead and give away a bottle of Dior Homme Parfum to subscribers of this channel from the entire world. Don't have to do anything except for put down what you like about my channel and what do you enjoy watching on the channel. And then just put down your country and or state if you are in the USA. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the channel throughout the years. I appreciate your support here. I'm sorry about the problems. I think things will fix up and, get back on track, especially with ScentClub and also with this legal issue. I'm hoping that's going to resolve itself very soon and we can get back to normal. But if I have any questions that I ask you guys, please do answer. And then if you want to participate, please write down you are participating so that I can make sure the ones that are participating and will qualify, and ones that are not. So please, please, please put down participating and then put down what you liked about this channel, what do you like watching on this channel, and then your country and or state if you are in the USA. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video, please share it, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.